Let's talk about space. Jupiter's moon, Europa, is a fascinating world with a salty, subsurface ocean. NASA has found presence of carbon.
The James Webb Space Telescope has opened our eyes beyond the horizons, but as we thought this was as far as we could get, the telescope captured this striking image. This is Jupiter's moon, Europa, and along with this image came a groundbreaking discovery: the existence of carbon dioxide on Europa's icy surface. That's not all, as what exists here is believed to have its origins in the moon's hidden subsurface ocean. So, with that being said, let's explore Europa's surface where the most unlikely possibilities have unfolded. Europa, often considered to be Jupiter's enigmatic moon, has always captured the attention of scientists and space enthusiasts. It is a fascinating world with a salty subsurface ocean of liquid water that would possibly be twice as much as in all of Earth's oceans combined. The moon is also termed Jupiter 2 and is the smallest of the 4 Galilean moons that orbit Jupiter, and is also the 6th closest to the planet of all the 95 moons of Jupiter. Europa is also the 6th largest moon in the solar system and is considered to be one of the few celestial bodies believed to harbor conditions conducive to life. It was on September the 21st, 2023, and NASA's Webb team released a series of findings that were nothing less than groundbreaking. Well, carbon dioxide had been identified on the surface of Europa, and this ultimate revelation held immense significance as it indicated the presence of carbon in Europa's subsurface ocean, and this turns out to be a primary factor for the emergence of life. Europa's primary attraction lies in its subsurface ocean that's hidden below the vast icy crust. Though there was a plethora of previous research that had established the existence of this ocean, there remained a question: does this subsurface ocean contain the essential elements needed to sustain life, particularly carbon? With the help of priceless data from NASA's James Webb Space Telescope, scientists have found the answer. The telescope had identified carbon dioxide in a specific region located on Europa's icy surface, known as Terra Regio. The image features the moon to appear primarily blue, as it is brighter at short infrared wavelengths. The white features of the moon correspond with the chaos terrain of Pauis Regio and Terra Regio, which shows the enhanced carbon dioxide ice on its surface. The carbon dioxide that was identified appeared to have originated within the subsurface ocean itself, and this has dwindled the possibility of the carbon dioxide being delivered by external sources like meteorites. According to scientists, this carbon had been deposited on Europa's surface quite recently. Carbon can be described as the foundation of life on Earth, as it forms the backbone of organic molecules. Well, the presence of carbon dioxide on Europa's surface is a clear indication that this moon possesses one of the fundamental building blocks for life. Geronimo Villanova of NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland stated, "On Earth, life likes chemical diversity. The more diversity, the better. We're carbon-based life. Understanding the chemistry of Europa's ocean will help us determine whether it's hostile to life as we know it, or if it might be a good place for life." Samantha Trumbo of Cornell University in Ithaca, New York added, "We now think that we have observational evidence that the carbon we see on Europa's surface came from the ocean. That's not a trivial thing. Carbon is a biologically essential element. Habitability is what the presence of carbon dioxide on Europa's surface indicates. Moreover, it also indicates an interaction between the subsurface ocean and the icy surface, with material from below reaching the surface. That's where the question arises: how does Europa's ocean connect to its surface? Here, the surface ice has been disrupted, and most probably there has been an exchange of material between the subsurface ocean and the icy surface, with the connection of Europa's ocean to its surface turning out to be an important topic of debate. The recent discovery suggests that we may obtain insights into the composition of the ocean even before we explore it by direct technological means. This data could prove to be invaluable as it could influence future missions like NASA's Europa Clipper spacecraft, which is set to launch in October 2024. The Clipper mission would conduct multiple flybys of Europa to gather detailed data with a large suite of instruments when it arrives there in 2030. This remarkable discovery of the James Webb Space Telescope would not have been a success without its integral field unit, NIRSPEC, which played a key role in this discovery. With the help of this, the telescope could provide high-resolution spectra of Europa's surface with an impressive resolution of 200 by 200 miles on the surface of Europa, which has a diameter of 1,944 miles. This allowed astronomers to determine whether the specific chemicals were located and eventually helped in finding out the presence of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is not stable on the surface of Europa over long periods, and this indicates that it was deposited relatively recently. This interference is also supported by the fact that the carbon dioxide was primarily located in the region of Terra Regio, an area characterized by young terrain. Heidi Hamel of the Association of Universities for Research in Astronomy stated, "These observations only took a few minutes of the observatory's time." Hamel added, "Even with this short period, we were able to do really big science. This work gives a first hint of all the amazing solar system science we'll be able to do with Webb." This graphic shows a map of Europa's surface with the near-infrared camera on NASA's James Webb Space Telescope in the first panel and compositional maps which were derived from Webb's near-infrared spectrograph's integral field unit data in the other three panels. The white pixels seen in the compositional maps correspond to carbon dioxide in the large-scale region of chaos terrain. The second and third panels provide evidence of crystalline carbon dioxide, whereas the fourth panel indicates a complex and amorphous form of carbon dioxide. Samantha Trumbo said, "Previous observations from the Hubble Space Telescope show evidence for ocean-derived salt in Terra Regio." She explained, "Now we're seeing that carbon dioxide is heavily concentrated there as well. We think this implies that the carbon probably has its ultimate origin in the internal ocean." Villanova stated, "Scientists are debating how much Europa's ocean connects to its surface. I think that question has been a big driver of Europa's exploration. This suggests that we may be able to learn some basic things about the ocean's composition even before we drill through the ice to get the full picture." The James Webb Telescope was not done with the discovery of carbon, as it had also stumbled upon the possibility of water vapor plumes that erupted from the surface of Europa. Researchers who use NASA's Hubble Space Telescope reported tentative detections of plumes in the years 2013, 2016 and 2017. However, there has always been difficulty in finding definitive proof. The recently released James Webb data displays no evidence of plume activity, and this allowed Villanova's team to set a strict upper limit when it came to the rate of material potentially being ejected. The team said that their non-detection does not rule out a plume. Hamel stated, "There is always a possibility that these plumes are variable and that you can only see them at certain times. All we can say with 100% confidence is that we did not detect a plume at Europa when we made these observations with Webb." Well, despite the non-detection of plumes, these findings are undoubtedly important for a plethora of future space missions, including NASA's Europa Clipper and ESA's Jupiter Icy Moon Explorer. You might be surprised that NASA has been considering a mission that would send a swarm of cell phone-sized robots that could swim in the water beneath the kilometers-thick icy shell of Jupiter's moon Europa in search of alien life. However, this mission of NASA could not take shape shortly. The discovery of carbon on Europa's surface is yet another staggering achievement of the James Webb Telescope. This achievement opens into several ideas, with habitability being the most prominent among them. Well, what do you think about this achievement of the James Webb Telescope? And do you think it would find more life-essential components in Jupiter's enigmatic moon Europa? But far apart from that lies something deeper: the prospect of alien life thriving in the depths of Europa's hidden ocean. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe so that we can entertain you with more videos from the cosmos.